So lately, I've heard that Nintendo has been trying to break in to mobile gaming. Now, the thing with mobile gaming is, mobile gaming has been kind of a train wreck when it comes to hardcore gamers. Hardcore gamers take mobile gaming about as seriously as PC gamers take Linux. Just like how you have many PC gamers not using Linux and wanting to use Windows, even though they'll then go on message boards and brag about how the PC is an open platform and how it allows modding, blah, 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 forgetting end-user license agreements and the DMCA. You'll have those hardcore gamers also talking about how, let's just say, they'll talk about how mobile gaming's a joke. They'll associate it with microtransactions and casualized games. And mobile gaming has become a derogatory term for gaming. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be this way. After all, you got to keep in mind, many cell phones have more power than they did years ago. I mean, look, the phone I'm recording this with has a pretty fast quad-core processor and 2 gigs of RAM. That's how much desktop PCs had several years ago. And it's 2015, and now we have cell phones with hardware that's getting more and more powerful. And yet you have these handhelds which are going the way of the ultra-mobile PC. Even though they promised hardcore gaming experiences, developers have ignored them. And the 3DS has an image of being a little kid's gaming console. And of course, the Vita just hasn't taken off whatsoever. So one of the problems with the Nintendo 3DS is that it's got that image of being for kids, and it's underpowered, and developers are abandoning it. So the thing with Nintendo is they have this opportunity to break into mobile, since after all, like I said, handhelds are dying off, and of course their console business isn't doing too well either. I mean, look how well the Wii U's selling. So instead of, going into mobile with a full-fledged mobile game, they're going in with not even a spin-off. They're going in with some shitty Mii game that nobody cares about. I mean, let's be honest here. Who wants to play a Mii spin-off game on their phones? I mean, it's about as dumb as when you see these big AAA companies making these disposable spin-offs for phones. I mean, I genuinely wonder what is going on in these focus groups where they're like, okay, let's put this new casualized, streamlined spin-off game that has nothing to do with anything like Sonic Dash or all those other shitty Sonic mobile games Sega's been pumping out lately. And yet they're not putting on something that Sonic fans would eat up like cake, or a drug like Sonic Adventure 2. I mean, let's be honest here. Could you imagine how many Sonic fans would be eating up Sonic Adventure 2? I mean, sure, the Sonic fandom now kind of dislikes that game a few years after ironically flaming me for that one video I made saying it sucked, but there would be a bunch of Sonic fans running up and buying Sonic Adventure 2, or other Sonic games. I mean, pick your favorite 3D Sonic game and let's just say got a mobile version. People would eat that up. They really would, especially if it was something like Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2, which many people associate with the 90s. People would run and eat that up. Same thing goes if Nintendo would put their older games on mobile at least. Because here's the thing. All Nintendo has to do is put, say, an older Pokemon game or Mario game on mobile. People would eat that up. And if you want to know what I mean, just take a look at how many people pirate Nintendo games and download emulators for their phones. Look how popular stuff like RetroArch is. Look how popular stuff like the millions of Game Boy emulators on the Android marketplace are. Because if you look in the top apps, you'll find emulators on Android. And that should be sending a clear message to Nintendo's marketing team to put your old games on the phones. But no, you've got this out-of-touch company who's trying to go with whatever shitty trend there is. I mean, people like to talk about how Nintendo's this innovative company. People like to talk about how Nintendo is supposedly innovating, and yet they're making the same mistake laptop companies make when it comes to making a product. Just like how laptop companies put in shitty island keyboards, just like how laptop companies ripped off every shitty MacBook design feature, Nintendo is doing the same with their mobile games by releasing shitty mobile spin-offs. And you know what? Shareholders are seeing this because their share prices dropped. Their share prices dropped because people are losing faith in Nintendo, even their shareholders are. Because here's the thing with Nintendo. They have every opportunity to milk the shit out of their franchises just by putting old re-releases on there like Sega did with their Genesis games a million times ago. And all they need to do is put that on there and boom, they'll make a shitload of money. But no, they're going to do these shitty spin-offs. Now I wonder how many people will actually buy this. I mean, Amiibos have been a hit with grown men. I mean, it's just like My Little Pony is, where you've got grown men walking out to their Best Buy stores to buy a shitload of Amiibos. And it's also just like, the Skylander stuff is, where I went to my Best Buy, looked at the Amiibo section, because I heard there was a restock, there were all these unsold Amiibos, and you know who was looking at them? Kids. Because they're the other people buying Amiibos are kids. And it makes me wonder if Nintendo's just trying to go for stupid kids, or actual gamers, because at this point, Nintendo might as well just be targeting stupid kids, because, let's be honest here, with every move Nintendo's making, they clearly don't care about the hardcore gamers at this point. Don't get hyped up over the NX. Don't get hyped up over Nintendo's mobile games. And trust me, Nintendo's making dumb decisions, and Nintendo's in a position to make mobile gaming better, and they're just blowing it. That's all that needs to be said. Nintendo is fucking dead at this point. And I think even hardcore Nintendo fans are going to see what I mean when they continue to be disappointed in Nintendo and their stupid business decisions. That's all that needs to be said. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and maybe I'll talk about some other gaming topics and make more reviews soon.